Well, yeah, animal worms, and probably human worms, I think it must have been too. In fact, with human worms, because when I was about that high, once every now and then, 6 kids around the table, there'd be a saucer with half a dozen shelled pumpkin seeds on it, you know, just the kernels out of the pumpkin seed. And if you didn't get to the table quick enough, or didn't watch out, you could lose one from each side. And one night I said to Mum, you know, because I absolutely loved them, I said, why don't we have these more often? And she said, because you don't need them. I said, well, how do you know we need them? She said, you go out and have a walk around and have a look at the sky and come back in and tell me what you see. And I spent half an hour, and I ended up terribly frustrated, and I came back in and I said, Mum, the only thing I can see out there is the full moon. She said, that's how I know when to give them to you. The worms in the horse's gut, the same vet, when I told him, or when he read it in the book, and he went to the knackery on full moon, all the worms are detached. On the, he said, well, the day before, the day of, and the day after. So at that time, if you feed horses pumpkin seeds, and like what the racing stables do is half a cup of pumpkin seeds, the day before, the same day of, day after, so they're getting a cup and a half of pumpkin seeds, the whole lot, you know, just through a grinder or a mulch or hammer mill or whatever, in with their feed. And the worms just cannot live in company with pumpkin seed oil. So if you give them their half a cup of pumpkin seed this afternoon, the worms are all going to be on the 8:30 tomorrow morning out. And it's not killing them, it only evacuates them. You are not displacing or killing any of the other flora or fauna in the animal's gut. So you get no reduction in performance in any way. Like in the case of cattle and thalmic worms, it'll be the 8th day before you get an increase in weight from the day that you actually worm them, if you weigh them on that day. With the pumpkin seed or apple cider vinegar and garlic, you get no reduction in weight or steady down in weight. Your weight gain will continue as it was before you gave them on the day that you actually administered that for them. So they go to, the worms have to find a new site, or they could cause blood poisoning or something, some sort of an infection, and they just will not kill their host.
So you dry the pumpkin seeds? Or?
Yeah, well, what we do, every pumpkin we cut, Dorothy just puts the seed on newspaper and puts it on a window and lets it dry up. But no, like fresh pumpkin, Tiedman had some of the best trotters in New South Wales. He fed his horses pumpkins on full moon, over full moon. He would just chop them in half, put them out. The horses enjoyed eating the whole lot of them, but they always ate the seed. And never drenched like he had. He put his trotters all over the country and drinking out of water troughs where horses were that would have been, or possibility of getting worms from. Never had a problem with worms.